Hey everybody, welcome back to Escape Reality Star Wars Talk. I'm your host Caleb.
I'm Seth, I talk Star Wars with this man.
So we like to normally talk about what we've been up to this week outside of Star Wars before we get to our main topics. So I guess I'll start this time because I started last time. It's Star Wars related. Although for non-Star Wars related, we've been playing Divinity. We can talk a little bit about Divinity. Yeah. That's a both of us thing. So I've been obviously playing solo. Yeah. I just found out about a thing called the Rat King in Act 3. And you can poison his rat soldiers by leaving out poison cheese right outside the rat hole. And then the Rat King comes out all like, "You killed my men with the golden..." He gets upset that we used cheese to trap his men.
Unfortunate.
But also, they were working for the Immaculates. Trying to hunt down Zandalore and his servants. But we're still in Act 1 together. So that's getting a little far ahead of what you know of the game.
Yeah.
So we got a lot done last night when we were playing. Let's see. We got pretty much all the rest. We got all of those orcs that we had to fight on the beach. That was a thing.
I think that they were harder than the Abomination.
Yeah, so
even though the Abomination hit you so hard, your armor broke.
Yeah, it's also a level higher, than us. Even though they were, well, at the time they were a level higher than us. Then we matched their level after killing them,
which was a kind of a thing that I had going on my first run through Divinity. I punched up a lot.
Here we kind of had to, because we cleared out the area that was the same level as us. So we were like, okay, well, I guess we either go to the Orc Beach or we continue the story. Let's go to the Orc Beach first, I guess, and clear that out. And plus, then we can get some side questing and maybe level up a little bit. And plus, we can get a summon that way, because we got to give Nick his body, which means fighting the pirates and getting past them.
Got his head in a bag.
Yeah. So that was fun, and it's very exciting when you, like, really strategize a fight in Divinity, because you're like, because we had to do that orc fight, there was one orc fight we had to do maybe twice.
Yeah.
And so it was like, okay, well that didn't work, but we see a strategy that almost worked. What if we lean into that as our, like, main strategy? So, like, there's, like, a puddle, and because Larian loves to do their interactable environments, you can strike lightning at the puddle, and everything in the puddle, including your own people, gets hit. And so, and it creates a stun effect, usually, which means they go out for 2 rounds, and can't do anything. So, we were like, well, what if we use that puddle to our... Because it wasn't in our benefit the first time. It kind of, like, it did kind of work, except everybody but one person was stunned on our side.
And, like, well, I can't help with that.
And
the guy that I have that gets rid of the stun condition
is stunned.
Was scared and
he was stunned. Yeah, scared and stunned. And then, because Divinity Original Sin 1 works on if both of the lead characters die, then it's game over. That's what happened during that fight, is we got knocked out at the same time.
And then the game was like, you want to try again?
And so we were like, okay, so the puddle is a good idea. Yeah. We just need to not be
in the puddle.
And thankfully, Bear Daughter, who's like NPC companion, who's a ranger for us, I had a bunch of static cloud arrows, so they're arrows you can shoot and creates a static cloud effect, and usually lasts for a few rounds, for like 2 rounds, and then but on top of that, it also, in the case of the puddle, will make the puddle also. So I was like, oh well, I got a couple of those, and so we'll use that. And I also had some frost arrows that I was trying to freeze the big guy who was 2 levels above us.
He he would not fucking...
He
hit him with a lot.
He took a lot of damage, but also he had a shaman healing him, and then he drank a potion at one point.
That shaman died pretty quick after I got my hands on him. The opening sequence of, the fight tends to be, we have Bear Daughter use some kind of arrow.
Usually I try to ricochet.
Yeah. Then I yell at everyone.
Then I end up healing somebody at some point.
Mm-hmm. At some point, I pick, 2 or 3 guys to ram into. And only 1 or maybe 2 of them will go down, but still, that gets them away from us for a turn.
Yeah, it takes them out of the turn order. So that's not bad.
Also, the game lied to us about the big orc chief being immune to knockdown.
Yeah, because you knocked him down the first time, and then the second time it was like, no.
What do you mean, no? You can't say no.
It's like, well, no, you can say no at any time.
Sorry. I didn't realize. Obviously, you can say no. What I mean is, you can't show up immune to a status effect that you've already been inflicted with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Sorry, I had to catch you in that joke, because I was like, wait. Seth can be easily manipulated on this one.
Yeah, fucking have to catch me on that one.
But yeah, no, so yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're already halfway through Act 1 now, because we're level 5.
Yeah.
Or level 6.
Level 6.
Level 6, yeah. So we're past the halfway, because it's level 9 for Act 1, and then you go into Act 2 at level 9, and I think you get to level 15. Yeah, level 15 in Act 2.
We have discovered I have a love for grenades.
Yeah. You like grenades. I like making sure Bear Daughter's got her arrows. I'm always crafting whatever potions or whatever we need.
Sometimes I may or may not fix armor, depending on whether or not it's been evaporated.
Which unfortunately means that it is gone. It wasn't like...
Yeah.
Because sometimes armor will break entirely, and then it'll stay in your inventory completely broken, and you just can't equip it.
Mm-hmm.
This was a, nope, it is gone. Yeah. And I was just like, but my armor.
I needed that.
It's what gave me a strength bonus, so I could carry all the shit I've been carrying. Since I'm the guy who's doing the crafting, I have all the junk.
I also ended up screwing up some of my traits. I lost, I think I lost Compassionate.
Oh, yeah. You evened out between the 2 traits.
Yeah, that one and Blunt.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not good.
Yeah, it just means that you don't get your immunity to fear anymore.
No, that... somewhat...
You lost your immunity to fear, though? Or
no.
What was it?
Because I think it was, Charm, I think.
To Charm. Okay.
Yeah.
Some good news for the Twitch side.
Mm-hmm.
We did reach our follower goal of 150 followers recently.
Hell yeah.
It was while we were off air.
Oh, no.
But it was...
Still, thank you.
Yeah, thank you to Digital Quill Media, who did join the Discord not long ago. There's somebody I was following on TikTok. I think they followed me, and I followed them back, and they do a lot of, just... what was the wording I used on her last live? Stream of consciousness type videos.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, whatever's on her mind. And so, and that's kind of how the live, her podcast also is, and so...
I see.
So, we started chatting on her last live, and so we were just talking about movies and comic and stuff like that. Movies and TV and writing and books, right? Stuff I know.
Yeah.
Stuff I enjoy. Things that are why I want to do the stuff that we do here. Which, by the way, I'm working on getting our Highlander podcast, because, This is news for the channel. I'm working on getting our Highlander podcast thing going more. I made some moves to see if we can try to get a guest. I made a big swing.
You made a big swing.
I have not heard back from Big Swing yet, but I mean, I think the worst they can do is just outright say no. The next worst thing they could do is ghost and just not answer at all. Which would be very funny for a, like, agency to do, because I contacted the person's agent, so that way I can go through the right way, and, you know, we can be professional. You know, give a little professionalism, even though the podcast is going to involve drinking and making jokes about stuff, ha-ha-has. But, you know, generally, we still need to be professional on some ends, and that was one of them. And then the other thing I'm working on for that is actually getting the because we already have our poster for it, like our splash page, thumbnail, whatever you want to call it.
Are we adding anytime a watcher is killed?
Oh, to the drinks?
Yeah.
No. I think we have enough now.
Is it? I think we have one that's anytime a non-immortal is killed.
Yeah, we have.
So that covers watchers.
I think I put the exception of watchers in that.
Okay, explicitly so that we wouldn't die.
Yeah, because there's one episode where, like, every watcher dies except for Joe. Joe and technically Mythos.
But he doesn't count.
Yeah, but he's a watcher. But you know what I mean. Yeah. There's an episode where every watcher but those two die.
Just hand me the whole bottle.
Yeah. But no, I'm getting our poster colored finally, so that way we can have a little bit of a color to it. I got in touch. Scotty got me in touch with his artist, and so I'm working together with her, and not a bad deal that I'm getting for it. So, this will be exciting. And then, if I like where that art goes, I might be pushing for other things with that artist. We might finally do a comic book, which is something we talked about on the channel before. And so I just have gone through a few artists, and generally either the artist just stops having time or something comes up. So that's kind of where we've been.
I gotta finish the fucking stories for you, man.
What else was there?
I guess I have a fun question.
Yeah, go ahead while I'm thinking.
You.
Yeah.
Because, like, play a lot of D&D games here. And I've tossed you a plot point recently that's for fun. What do you think is the reason they separated?
Oh, remind me? Sorry. My brain just... I literally just zoned.
Davina being Boone's, like, ex.
Oh!
What do you think is something that would cause either of them to be like, fuck this, we're done?
Either Boone finds out, or, like, what she is, or she gets bored of him.
Either that. I think those two are good, because I didn't really think of that. I think for me, the first one that came to mind is, oh, you put, like, Tanachi in danger.
Oh, yeah. That's another good
like,
one.
that would be like, I don't ever want to see you again.
Which makes sense, because especially when you brought up that idea, we were already talking about, like, not fucking with Boone's family.
Yeah. Rule 1, don't fuck with Boone's family, unless you are also a criminal. And even then, you understand the rules.
Yeah, don't hurt innocent people in the process.
Yeah.
Which Tanachi would be considered an innocent, generally. Even though he's an adventurer and arguably is fair game, but, like...
Yeah.
Because I think if you're an adventurer, you kind of just accept that you're potentially in harm's way.
Like, it comes part and parcel with the territory.
Yeah.
Like, the two rules for Boone and how he runs the Boone Boys are, we don't harm children and don't screw us over.
But yeah, I forgot anything else that I was going to say. I can show Shatterpoint stuff now. Now we can go into Star Wars for my week.
Yep.
Let's show them the upgraded, the almost complete Grand Inquisitor. Look at that. He has been bumped up from last time. I got a little, maybe too much red on the tattoos on the top, but like, you know, even with the teeny brushes, it's a little hard because now I'm using actual proper small brushes. I have a few options now. These are all my small brushes. It's a 0, a 3/0, a 5/0, and a 10/0 rounded tip. So, like, that's kind of what I'm working with. The 0 is pretty thin. You can get a good look at that. It's pretty thin. And so, I've been suckered. I'm in, y'all. Yeah, I'm in it. Which actually, that was something Digital Quill and I were talking about. I was talking about doing that, starting and doing miniatures, and because they were playing Animal Crossing on one of their streams, and I was talking about like fun creative things I'm doing, and she was like, "Oh, people do that? You paint your miniatures and stuff?" And she's like, "Man, I should do that for people who don't want to do it, because like obviously there's people who want to play miniature games who would prefer not to, which was me for a while, although now I'm in it."
You've gotten involved.
Yeah.
You've made the classic Vault Dweller mistake.
And then I've got Riva almost done. She just needs her face color. I need to grab the right color for that. And the only thing missing from Quizzy is his yellow eyes. So, not bad overall. But yeah, besides Divinity and work, what's been new with you? And I guess D&D.
Not much. Been playing a decent amount of Fortnite, which has become a consistency in my life that I'm not sure
if it counts as doing something new.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rare enough. Are you enjoying it? Is it the South Park season that you've been enjoying, kind of?
Right. Yeah, it hasn't been bad. Some of the items are pretty good.
Yeah, I like the cheesy poofs are okay. I like the splash invisibility now.
It doesn't help me as much as I thought it would, but like it has its moments.
Yeah, it's good for like if you notice somebody and you want to do that before going towards them. I know this is technically the start of this season sort of add-on, but I like you defeat a boss and you become the boss.
That is fun. When it's not like when you don't get third partied while doing that.
Oh yeah, no. What I did in order to do the quest for it, because that's more of what I do on Fortnite. Is I do the quest. I'm not really trying to win. If I happen to win, cool. But like I'm usually going in doing quests, and then if I run out of quests that I can like easily do, then I try to win. And so like. What I did for the quest version, because on one of the quests they're like, oh, you need to play as a boss. Defeat a boss, play as a boss. Right? And so what I did is I went to Cartman Land, and there's the boss that's right there.
Yeah.
And he's actually pretty good. He's got a pretty good gun on him. And so that was fun. I also like the Kenny ability, which is really useful for solos. It's not. I don't feel like it's as good for a squad, but I mean I can see its use in a squad, because then your squad's not having to go to a van to get to revive you. But
let's see. Chris and Sky have been trying to convince me to buy this like My Hero game. And they're like it's kind of like Fortnite, but with all the My Hero Academia characters that you get to use their powers.
That's an interesting choice.
And I'm like, why?
See, the game I want to try that's anime inspired is actually the Death Note game. That is a Among Us. It's a Goose Goose Duck sort of game where you have to guess who the killer is. Because I think that actually makes sense for a Death Note game. I don't understand a battle royale for My Hero Academia. That doesn't seem like the right branding to me.
The other thing me and Sky did, we played a couple of rounds of buckshot roulette.
Not a game I imagined you would play. I understand Sky playing that. Like that fits.
Mm-hmm.
Like that fits most of the people that you live with and are friends with. Like
Yeah.
I think the only people that I don't immediately imagine is you, Chris, and Steve. Probably are the only three I don't imagine would play that kind of like in my head.
Yeah.
Anyways, like Sky makes sense.
Sky, son of a bitch that he is, has put me in fucking double or nothing mode, which is harder than the game's regular story mode, because the dealer actually starts using his items and playing like another player would.
Actually, never mind. This game makes sense for you.
Mm-hmm. What gave it away?
The gambling. You like your card games.
I like my card games. Because, like, even while me and Scott are playing the game, right? I'm, of course, going through Double or Nothing twice. That was when we won.
Mm-hmm.
I lost a couple of times beforehand. But, like, my brain will go, it's like, okay, there are 8 shells on the table. There's 4 live, 4 blank. That's 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
And then my brain is like, okay, I'll just try to keep track.
See, you understanding a card game makes sense to me because I feel like you're like 1 out of 5 people who understand Caravan.
I've never played Caravan. I keep refusing to play it.
But it's the game you like, and it's a card game in the game you like, and
Yeah, that doesn't mean I have to play it.
no, but it makes
Just because you like The Witcher doesn't mean you have to play Gwent. That's not
tell
a
that to every
mandatory-
Witcher player who played Gwent. So much to the point that they made Gwent its own video game. Although then it played not the same. If you're gonna make a
Also, another surprising game that I'm indifferent to it. Magic the Gathering.
yeah,
Indifferent.
but you like Sabak.
I like Sabak because it's 21 with dice and chance that can fuck things over.
And Pazak is just 21, but it's 20.
Yeah.
And then cards that can manipulate
Up
your
or
score.
down. I need to play some more Pazak. Can we just do that?
Pure Pazak.
Pure Pazak.
Pure Pazak. I had an argument about, because I'm playing Knights of the Old Republic again.
Yeah.
I had a discussion / disagreement about Atten Rand as a character.
Okay.
Would Atten Rand be your favorite companion?
Who was this argument with?
Somebody who said Atten Rand is their favorite companion.
It's been a while.
Atten Rand's the one who, if you are playing the Golden Path version of Knights 2, immediately hits on you because you're a woman in underwear when you when you come across him. Because Golden Path, you would be Mitra Surik, which you'd be female exile, right? And if you are playing the female Jedi exile, he goes, "Oh, dang, a woman in underwear, hot." Essentially, he's also the one who tortured Jedi in his backstory.
First impressions are certainly...
Yeah, the first impressions become, well, maybe I should just leave you locked up in the cell and let the asteroid belt explode with you on it. But you're also our pilot, so...
You know, probably shouldn't do that.
Or you're going to be our pilot, rather. But and then if without you, then I'm stuck with the blind old lady and the droid. That's kind of like my dog. and then the other droid that I have to find the parts for that will then threaten to murder a bunch of people. Because HK. But you have to find parts first before you can activate them. So you got to go to a bunch of planets anyways before he activates. He would not be my favorite for obvious reasons. Karth is definitely in the talks for favorites for me. But I understand why people are just annoyed with how whiny he is sometimes. But also, the man deserves to whine a little bit regarding when you think about what he's gone through. Man was... His entire homeworld got destroyed by the Sith. Led by the person who mentored him. Which then killed his wife and disappeared his son. That time he thought was dead.
Bad day for Carthonos.
So,
rough day.
I don't blame Karth for being a little bit whiny when it comes to talking about his past. And also when he discovers that you are Revan. Spoilers for a game that's over 20 years old. That is 23 years old, in fact. Were you just doing math?
Yeah. I'm also still thinking about the initial question that was asked.
Oh, yeah. Would Atton be in your... I do like his backstory once you get to it, but it's just like... You're
Yikes,
still...
man.
Yikes on a bike. You murdered a bunch of Jedi because you were very... Not because you enjoyed it, actually, because that was a reminder. Because I was like, oh, he loved doing it. And he was like, no, he didn't love doing it. He was just very good at it. And I was like, oh, yeah, that is the line he says. That he was just really good at it.
It's the torture part.
It's the torture part, because he was really good at it. The torturing and murdering Jedi. And then, because he fell in love, but not, like, romantically in love, that's what made him finally...
Well, love causes everyone to do stupid things in Star Wars. He's not unique in that situation.
No, but that's what made him finally turn good, and it's just like...
Well, that happens with a lot of people, actually.
Yeah. But that's such a wide change from torturing and murdering Jedi to... I'm just going to be a smuggler who does my own shit in the background.
Just let the man smuggle in peace, okay?
But so it sounds like you would not... You're defending him, but you would not put him in your favorites.
Yeah, like what you did then does not...
No, it doesn't. I mean, and I think forgiveness is a part of, redemption. It's Star Wars,
Maybe
it's redemption.
Because I've been reading a lot of Star Wars, I'm being very much like, we can forgive people today.
It is Star Wars, which is about redemption. That is valid.
However,
but also, when you start to list the other possible companions, you realize there are so many better people.
There are so many worse people if we're going for shit people did in their past. If we're going off of actions alone...
What, are we blaming Canderous for the Mandalorian Wars?
I mean, we can. If we want to take the least generous read. We can blame Kreia for a bunch of shit.
Oh, well, Kreia, you already know how I feel about Kreia. Yeah. So, like...
Yeah, but she is a companion.
Yeah, no. So... Kreia and Atton are on the same levels for me. That's not true. Kreia is lower. Kreia is lower because she is still actively a Sith, whether she will admit it or not.
Then, while Bao-Dor is a good guy...
He did genocide.
He did genocide.
He did commit a genocide.
He did commit a genocide.
But also, then we're just saying Mitra's not innocent at all either, because Mitra's the one who she's the one who gave the order to genocide.
She's not.
She's the one who gave the order.
It doesn't matter.
And then if we're really going there, then we already know Revan is not. Because Revan's the one who gave the order to Mitra, who then gave the order to Bao-Dur.
Mm-hmm. I guess the handmaiden would be like...
Handmaiden's sort of innocent. She doesn't know better on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And she's been mostly living her entire life
in a library.
In the library.
With her creepy mom who's like, I need to put the books in the forbidden section.
Who also won't admit that she's her mom either. Like, that. And also has a hate boner for Revan and Mitra.
Fuck you, says the librarian.
To the
Or
point,
whatever.
Atris, yeah.
Yeah.
To the point that Atris is like, fuck it, I'm gonna go dark side too. And depending on your run. Actually, no, either way she goes dark side, doesn't she?
Yeah. Then we have the robot that might be a crime lord, if I'm remembering.
No, that's our run.
Oh, so
That's our not
I got a
canon.
little confused.
No, T3's a good little boy. He's just a dog. Essentially.
I mean the one that's like...
You mean HK?
No. The one that's like...
Oh, Godo.
Yeah.
Godo is a crime lord.
Yeah.
Yes. Godo is in charge of the exchange.
Mhm.
But to be fair, he didn't want the bounty hunters to kill the Jedi. The bounty hunters just chose to kill Jedi. He wanted the bounty hunters to bring the Jedi alive to him.
Yeah.
It's not his fault the bounty hunters committed murders instead. He said bounty on Jedis, and they went, so we kill. And he's like, no.
Then why did you hire us, man?
Bring them into me alive.
No.
Especially the HK-50s. And then the Twi'lek twins that then jump on Atten.
Yeah.
And
That's actually one of my...
Atten's like, I just want to get a drink at the bar.
And like, can I drink my in peace? And they're like, we've come here to kill your friend. Hey.
And then to quote Cartho Nasty, down you go.
Yeah.
Which you quoted last night.
Atten, can I please just play my cards and drink the world? No.
But anyways, we're an hour in.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no news this week.
Yep.
So we can get right into our 3 different topics for today. Firstly, we have Young Jedi Adventures, the training sessions. Spoilers ahead, as usual. All right. Not a lot to talk about here, as because there's only 3 comics in this collection.
Yep.
And 2 of them are Free Comic Book Days issues that we've already talked about on the podcast before. So we will just be talking about the new original one called The Trees of Kashyyyk. In it, our friends Kai, Liz, and Nubs get to hang out with Buryaga.
Yay!
And a still alive Nibasik on Kashyyyk for a Life Day. Yeah. Before everything goes down. We learned that there is a yearly tradition for the Wookiees of Kashyyyk racing to climb to the top of the Rorschach trees. Kai decides to join in only to get a little first, as he does push his new friends out of the way and uses the Force to get a slight advantage. However, when one of the Wookiees, Bach, is about to fall to the ground, Kai quickly shifts focus to save his friend. All 3 of the new Wookiee friends, Bach, Snaki, and Bungi, along with Kai, lose the race, but they appreciate that he sacrificed winning to save his friend and still honored him with a prize by Buryaga.
Mm-hmm. It was just a nice one. I'm like, can we... Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, being back in the High Republic is fun. However, I'm remembering all the other shit that went down back there.
And, seeing Nibasik alive is just a reminder of that.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, you die in, like, the first book.
Yep. Nib. Or maybe it was a different one. I'm gonna go back. You know what? Maybe being a kindergarten teacher is fine.
That was a different one. Yeah, Nib's the one who dies in the first book during, like, the flying, when they're fighting against the Nihil and their ships. Yeah. But yeah, not a lot to talk about on this. I'd give this a solid 7.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, though, we are going to talk about Jedi Knight Volume 2, A Higher Path. Once more, spoilers ahead. We'll cut it short this time. Y'all get the point.
Yeah, you understand.
We'll give you one more on the last thing, but,
So they get 4 for the next one?
No, they'll get, like, 1.
Okay.
They'll get 1 Bwong. We continue to deal with the mystery of the assassin trying to kill Qui-Gon, now with a name, but nothing more. For now, Qui-Gon, Mace, and Ayla are sent to the planet Minorau to recover Jedi Master Fondar Etzes, who has died after fending off bandits for the farmers of Minorau. When they get a chance to examine the body, Qui-Gon, however, senses that this was murder and not a simple matter of old age. Once they're on Fondar's ship and Qui-Gon has access to some labs, he is able to confirm that an unidentified poison was in Fondar's blood. As the three Jedi Knights are discussing the near impossible task of figuring out who was behind it, the assassin reveals themselves to attack Qui-Gon. It is Qui-Gon's previous attacker, Corus Wrath, who draws him away from the other two knocked out Jedi before just saying Sensara and stabbing Qui-Gon with a weapon coated with the same poison used on Fondar. Mace and Ayla overhear Qui-Gon repeating the word as he's dying and manage to put together that it is a planet. They quickly go there, hoping to find an antidote to the poison, where they are greeted with harshness for being Jedi by the locals who try to turn them away. When Ayla calls their bluff as they should help someone dying, the local leader tells them the poison is Imubara, used only by a group called the Banished, locals who were driven out of civilized society during an event called Horamida, which also is when Jedi were no longer allowed on Sensara. By the way, I love Ayla, like Mace Windu going, "Did you just Jedi mind trick him?" And Ayla's like, "No, I just assumed that their society also works in a civilized manner of help people that are injured."
I took a wild guess.
Yeah, and it paid off. It's like, I assumed, like most societies, they help people when they're hurt. So Mace and Ayla confront the Banished and realize they don't have time to fight all of them, turn themselves over to make a deal with the Banished leader. The leader agrees to give them an antidote in return for defeating a Kaijura that was gifted to them, but now has gone sickly and hunts the Banished as food, which now makes the time Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan fought a herd of them in Volume 1 not just a little side story, but connected to the main plot. So I do like that they were like, oh, yeah, we didn't do that one issue as like just a whatever. No, this is connected.
I will say that reading through this comic, right, because it had been a while, it clicked eventually when Qui-Gon is chasing down Corlys Wrath and he says the name, and I'm like, oh, now I remember. Mm-hmm. There's a whole thing.
Yeah, because there was Volume 1, and then the little part of Revelation where Qui-Gon learned Corus Wrath's name, along with Obi-Wan. So, let's see. Mace and Ayla are able to defeat the Kaijura, which I love that it's just Kaiju. That's literally just its name, and that's what it is. It's a Kaiju. Yep. And bring Qui-Gon back to Coruscant with the antidote, where Dr. Nema says he'll live, but is in a medically induced coma until he fully recovers. Man, that doctor does not ever want people leaving the hospital bed, because Dr. Nema also is the one that was like, Yoda stays in bed during the Clone Wars. And Yoda's like, no, I'm gonna go and figure out the mysteries of the Sith. And Anakin's gonna help me play hooky. Essentially.
No, I was thinking about those words arranged in the way Yoda told.
Oh, yeah. Help me play hooky, Anakin is. While Qui-Gon is in his coma, we get a story about Suna, who is found by Sira Longa and Biram Kana on her homeworld and taken to be a Jedi, which Sira and Biram were in the Volume 1. On the way to Coruscant, they receive a distress call that turns out to be a pirate trap. Unfortunately, the pirates kill Sira and Biram before capturing Suna. Damn, I actually liked Sira.
Yep. Well, rough day.
Thankfully, another fan favorite, Kelleran Beck, shows up to free the pirates' prisoners, including Suna. While Kelleran is fighting the pirates, Suna also arms herself with Sira's lightsaber to fight back the pirates, serving as enough distraction for Kelleran to finish them. Kelleran brings her to Coruscant, where she meets Yoda, who presents her with a forged lightsaber made from Sira's and Biram's that will be Suna's when she is ready. But for now, her training is just beginning. It's then that Qui-Gon wakes up and tells Mace and Ayla what happened on Sensara when he was still Dooku's Padawan. Dooku and Qui-Gon were supposed to be acting as mediators between the people of Sansara and local outlaws when Dooku told Qui-Gon he was going to take lead as a lesson that he claims Yoda once made him take on. Qui-Gon decides to look... meanwhile, back in the present, Qui-Gon decides to look more into Korus Wrath as he believes he knows who it is, but has to check the Jedi archives to confirm. With the help of another of our favorites, Jocasta Nu, he learns that Senasarans have a ritual that can change their appearance to the degree that Korus seems to have done if they live through it. Which, damn, they basically lose their ears and noses. Essentially, they still have like a curve to them because like Jocasta's like, no. See, he still has like a similar curve to the ear as the Sensarans, and Qui-Gon's like, oh, I guess I kind of see like the bone structure is the same.
Yeah, they call it the chrysalis, and that shit looked pretty intense.
Yeah, because we get to see it in the final issue a little bit, and it's like basically going into a volcano is what it looks like. But yeah, so Qui-Gon prepares to confront his past on Sansara when Obi-Wan catches him. Instead of letting his master go alone while still recovering from his injuries, Obi-Wan has already prepared a ride so they can both go. Because Obi-Wan at this point knows how Qui-Gon operates.
Like, well, I can't stop him, so I might as well go with him.
To make sure he doesn't hurt himself.
Yeah.
Also, I think that this Korus guy is going to kill you or you're going to kill him. There's no other way out of this. Back in the...
Obi-Wan doesn't know his vision of Qui-Gon getting stabbed has already happened.
Yep. When Qui-Gon, initially back when Sauron Bandit's leader, they were forced to fight and retreat. Dooku then told Qui-Gon that he needs to fight and use the bandits to stop their attacks, saying that it is okay to use your anger as a weapon, just don't let your anger control you. A young Qui-Gon took that advice and challenged the bandit leader to single combat where the bandits would be forced to honor the results. Instead of facing Qui-Gon himself, though, the leader presented the young Davros Hex, now known as Korus Wrath. The only rule...
On account of, I'm not going to fight a child.
Yeah.
But I have this other child I can...
The only rule was no Jedi trickery, which the young Qui-Gon in anger broke when he used the Force to retrieve his lightsaber and slash Davros across his chest. Which, damn, that cut went deep. I'm surprised he survived.
Yeah. How did you live, man?
And then you go through that chrysalis thing, and...
Maybe he wanted his lungs back.
But yeah, the bandits were angered by this dishonor, and Dooku was forced to intervene and killed all of the bandits around Qui-Gon and Davros. They left Davros for dead, despite Qui-Gon's objections. Dooku placed the blame fully on Qui-Gon for letting his anger control him and using the Force in the combat, which is such bullshit. Such fucking bullshit. Dooku's like, this is all your fucking fault. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? Did we watch the same course of events?
I'm not entirely sure we did.
Qui-Gon was just taking your fucking advice.
We'll never speak of this again.
Once again, Dooku fucking shit up for the Jedi, because, like, anytime, like, this is, like, it feels like anytime the Jedi go somewhere, and, like, post Dooku being gone from the Jedi Order, and they go somewhere and they're like, fuck the Jedi, Dooku's somehow involved and somehow fucked these people over.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And then maybe Qui-Gon was there, but then Dooku told him to shut up about it.
Master, maybe you should, I don't know, take a fucking chill pill for like 2 seconds.
Maybe don't force choke like 30 men at the same time.
Have we considered that? Dooku, yeah, I fucking disagree.
Like, bro, the panel in the Jedi Knights comic when Dooku's just choking like 5 to 10 people at the same time. It's like, holy shit. And then he's slashing people while doing that.
Like, Dooku's over here. I fucking had it.
God. It's like, you're the one who let a child be in charge of this mission, and then you're upset that the results didn't go well? Also, you gave him shit advice.
Yeah. What did you think was gonna happen?
So yes, that is why Davros wants revenge, because he was dishonored by Qui-Gon doing that, as well as, you know, the fact that his entire group was murdered. On top of that, now as Qui-Gon and Korus face each other in the present, Qui-Gon tries to make peace and reconcile that he made a mistake, even if it was because of bad advice they both took from mentors they trusted. Korus attempts to kill Obi-Wan when he interferes, but Qui-Gon redirects him and presents himself with his lightsaber deactivated. Seeing Qui-Gon has truly changed, Korus leaves, ending the cycle of violence. He does.
Eventually.
Yeah, I said when he deactivates his lightsaber.
No, he tries to kill him.
Not with the lights. No, they fight a little longer. Qui-Gon deactivates lightsaber. Qui-Gon gives speech. Korus stops.
Korus doesn't stop.
I can. You want me to
up the fucking thing? There's a very key event here that happens. Like Corlys does leave and Qui-Gon does deactivate the lightsaber. There is a bit in the middle that's very important to me, at least.
Let's see. I'm also, even if there is something I missed, I'm very much giving broad strokes with my summary, because this is a summary, not a not a play-by-play.
Mm-hmm.
They fight. They're still talking about the past. Still talking about the past. Qui-Gon deactivates lightsaber. Korus considers it. Talks about going through the crucible. Okay. And then leaves.
Yeah.
So yes, essentially turns off lightsaber.
Sorry, I think I forgot that he turns off his lightsaber twice.
Yeah. No, I was talking about after defending Obi-Wan. Because he turns off his lightsaber, Obi-Wan interferes.
Yeah.
Korus tries to kill Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon interferes, turns off his lightsaber. That was the more important lightsaber turn off to me, not the first one.
Yeah. The reason why I like Obi-Wan jumping in is because I was thinking about when Anakin fucking shish kebabs a guy because Obi-Wan turns off his lightsaber and he's done in a Jedi's purpose.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, that's a fun parallel.
It is, actually, yeah. Well, I also saw it as, like, even if we're just self-containing it in this story, it's also, Korus calls it out, it's a parallel between Dooku and Qui-Gon's mentorship versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's, which also Obi-Wan puts together at the end when he realizes, okay, you were right, you made the right choice. I thought he was going to kill you, or that you were going to kill him. And
well, someone was going to die.
Yeah.
But not today, it seems.
Yeah, so, like, Obi-Wan sees the lesson Qui-Gon has presented and tells him that he has surpassed Dooku as a teacher, because he basically is like, yeah, Dooku failed you as your master. Like, he kind of fucked up.
Yep.
Big time. Which, I think this might be a moment where, because we always, like, Attack of the Clones makes a lot of fans discuss the moment when Dooku's like, Qui-Gon would have joined me. This is a hint that, hell no. But no, because Dooku does say that. He's like, Qui-Gon would have listened to me, to Obi-Wan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is, like, the first time... Incorrect. I was going to say, no. I was trying to remember if anything in canon changed that. No, this is the first time Dooku and Obi-Wan are really meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Is in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because the Padawan book that he's in, he doesn't.
Yeah.
I was trying to think if
they run right past each other.
Yeah, they just miss each other. Yeah, they don't. Yeah. So yeah, they like just miss each other, sort of deal. So yeah, like that's the first time they've actually properly interacted. So like obviously Dooku's trying to play on his heartstrings and go, Qui-Gon would have joined me, and it, like, but seeing stuff like this comic kind of prove otherwise, where it's like we start to see that Qui-Gon's realizing the bad lessons that Dooku taught him, and he's like, oh no, that was a failure in leadership from Dooku that I don't repeat.
Yeah.
And then Obi-Wan also even calls Qui-Gon a inspiration to the Jedi Order. A very rare compliment for Qui-Gon to get from Obi-Wan. This has to be after Master and Apprentice.
Yeah.
Actually, let me check that. I give it all together a I'll give it a strong 8 for Volume 2.
Yeah, about the same.
And I'd say like 8.5 to 9 for the full run, because that is the end of the run, unfortunately.
Oh. You know what? I guess we can go ahead and give the full run score, right?
Yeah.
I think it's been a while since this has happened, but I think for the full run, I'll give it a 10.
Definitely, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Master and Apprentice happens first. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's, obviously we know Padawan is before Master and Apprentice because it's when he's even, Obi-Wan's even younger. And then we get Master and Apprentice, and then we get the full run of Jedi Knight. Including the, sorry, it was a free comic book day. It wasn't a Revelation short. I thought it was a Revelation short. It was a free comic book day short.
The Moon of Death.
The Moon of Death. I'm kind of upset that it is the end, though, because I like Mark Guggenheim's writing. Mark Guggenheim has now gone 2 for 2 for me, because like I liked his Han and Chewbacca comic.
I think for me, I'd rather something be story-wise short and good rather than like.
Right, it's just for comic books. I like the idea of having a good, strong ongoing, and I think right now we are in as Star Wars fans, we have no ongoings. Because even the mainline Star Wars comic is ending at 10 as well.
Either it's we have shorter ones now, or we go back to the 5 events in 1 year.
Right, but I don't mind having like. No. We had like 3, but still, no 4. It was 4 because it was the whole. Yeah, it was the whole Crimson Dawn trilogy, is what I'll call it. Because while technically War of the Bounty Hunter didn't have the Crimson name in it, it was part of the Crimson Dawn trilogy, where it was that Crimson whatever and then Crimson Reign. And then we had the finale with the techno
With the Dark Droids.
No, with the Dark Droids, yeah. I was thinking like Techno Ghost or whatever.
Techno Ghost.
It's essentially what it was.
I mean, you're not wrong. It was that virus from when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles went to the future. Which is a really weird point of comparison, but not inaccurate.
The only reason that it's kind of upsetting for it to end at 10 is I wouldn't mind a good ongoing that takes place during the prequel trilogy, or even before it, like this. So a good before. I don't want anything during actually. Before the prequel trilogy, I like this having a good ongoing. That's that, but and also they introduced a new character, and now we're not gonna get. I mean, who knows when we'll get resolution to that with Suna.
Yeah. Maybe Suna will get her own line of comics.
Sooner or later.
You get one huff. That's what you get. You get like a mild scoff for that one.
But yeah, you know what? No, I'll keep it at a strong 9 for the full run. I don't know if I'd give it a 10. But I love Mark Guggenheim's writing. Let's see if they've announced anything for what he's going to do next. Not yet. But I hope he gets another one of these. I hope he gets another comic. Because I liked I like the Han and Solo and Chewbacca comic. I know it wasn't quite your favorite, but you did enjoy the whole Han's not dad storyline, which I do want more of that character too. I liked some of the Yoda comics, although only 3 of those were Mark. The D Squad story for Dark Droids wasn't too bad. And then all of this was good. So that's it for Jedi Knights. So finally this week, we are ready to discuss Path of the Lightsaber Volume 1. Once again, spoilers ahead. That's all they get. Okay. Whew. We find ourselves following the crew of the Random Luck after the events of The Last Jedi, with their captain Keela, her co-pilot Innate, the ex-rebel Baroon, and Tinkerer Daydreamer Nyoka Nastar. They are currently drilling to locate an old ship for Keela's client, as she shuts down any resistance daydreaming, seeing herself as a realist to Baroon wanting to relive his old adventures and Nyoka's fantasies of being a hero. Nyoka found herself as part of the Random Luck after the First Order killed her village and kidnapped her brothers to be stormtroopers, while she hid herself in a pipe that Keela found her in and saw use in her ability to get into small locations. They managed to reach the ship they were looking for, and Nyoka goes ahead of everyone to explore it. Baroon realizes it's a High Republic ship and questions who their client is. Rather than answer, Keela sends him to go get Nyoka, who they discover is on the ship before their client arrives and finds out they went in. Meanwhile, on the ship, Nyoka finds a frozen Jedi with his hand extended and lightsaber out, as if gifting it.
Man, you know what? It's a good call that Keela sent Nyoka and Baroon onto that ship, considering what happens in the span of,
3 minutes?
3 minutes?
Yeah, because Nyoka grabs the lightsaber, the dead Jedi skeleton, because it's just a skeleton at this point, because High Republic era, it collapses in front of her, shattering. Thankfully, the lightsaber actually works. Baroon comes in and finds her, and she's like, "Look, a lightsaber!" And he's like, "Oh my god, a lightsaber! How awesome!" Also, wait, careful where you swing that.
Oh, fuck.
Meanwhile, back on the ship, their client shows up, a Master Atai, who is a Knight of Ren prospect, along with his
droid that really, really wants to blow itself up.
Yeah, RR20, which is a old EX droid from the High Republic era that has been repurposed to help Atai track down this ship in particular.
Mm-hmm. No one.
Unfortunately, the crew of the Random Luck know too much now.
Yep.
And so, Master Keela and Innate are immediately taken out. Well, Innate's immediately taken out. Keela almost gets a shot in on Atai, but Atai has really cool weapons to...
I was using a motherfucking chain sickle.
Yeah, he's got a chain sickle to take out Keela before she can get him. To which RR20 is like, "I'm gonna self-destruct because I should have foreseen that and taken them out before they hit you." And Master Atai's like, "No, I need you because you have information I need. Stop it!
Stop trying to kill yourself."
It becomes a running gag.
Yep.
Anytime RR20 fails, it tries to self-destruct, and Atai's like, No. Stop.
Belay that. Meanwhile, Nyoka's
kind of learning how to handle the lightsaber while almost hitting Baroon.
Yeah.
And I talked about this with you when we were talking in person last time. I was like, I like how they explain swinging a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
And of course we get a very funny little cartoon that goes with it. It's, she basically explains it's kind of similar to like swinging a bucket of water. In that, at least the first time, she's like, oh, yeah, if you stop, all the water splashes out, and, so in the case of a lightsaber, you stop, and it's still going to keep going, right? But if you keep swinging, you keep the momentum controlled a little bit, and it prevents that, right? And in the little comic that we get, where she's like, we see the explanation she's giving, it's just a couple of Jawas messing with a bucket of water. Funniest thing, and it's a little running thing where anytime Nyoka learns something new, she continues to implement that bucket of water mentality throughout, and I really like how lightsabers are explained that way. And it's one of those things that you and I seem to appreciate when the Force or lightsabers are involved, where you don't really care as much about Force Jedi stories, but you and I both can appreciate when we start to get like a new version of an explanation for like how a Jedi views the Force. So like with Avar, the ocean, or the music, and with Elzar, the ocean. Yeah, so whenever we get stuff like that, I always think it's really neat.
Yeah.
And while Nyoka, at least throughout all of Volume 1, is not Force presenting, because she tries, and it doesn't happen. Multiple times she tries, and it doesn't happen. Although I do like her one solution later on.
Yeah, it's the best. If only a certain someone could have figured that out. Can build a robot, but it can't fucking piece of string to the bottom of this goddamn... Then again, he actually does get it back real quick.
Yeah.
Nyoka, so far,
not Force presenting, therefore has to come up with a new way. And we've already said she's a bit of a tinkerer. That's why she's on the... Like, literally, her introduction is her literally going on the ship and going, oh, it's not this, because this would be more presenting. To the point that N8 is impressed and is like, oh yeah, you solved this a little faster than usual. Way to go.
It's like, out of all of the problems it could have been, it's like, what, 7% chance that it was that one?
Yeah.
And Nyoka's like, this one. I think it was because she's like, yeah, it's not humming right or some shit.
Yeah. So, I do also like that kind of, because of when she's existing, it kind of creates a comparison between her and Rey. That's interesting. And so, because like Rey's a scavenger, Nyoka's a tinkerer, they're not that far apart in terms of like what they do. It's just Nyoka's more inventive, I guess, to a degree. Whereas Rey is more like, oh, I know this part goes with this part, but that's about it.
Yeah. Like,
she can put the pieces together, but she can't make new things, I would say, is what I see with Rey. Whereas Nyoka I see as, oh, I can Iron Man this, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, if you gave Nyoka $1 billion...
God forbid.
Unfortunately, though, Master Atai and RR20 come to deal with, checking out their new property, only to see that they got a couple of unwanted folks on it.
This is my apartment. What are you doing here? Meanwhile, the remaining droids from that ship, you're not ready for the abyss. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
God, yeah. I'm interested to see what this abyss thing is.
Because, like, I don't know why the Jedi left the murder robots on, but if they did... Yeah,
basically, like, protocol, like, training robots that are also, like, guardians start attacking everybody, both sides, which gives Nyoka... Well, unfortunately, Nyoka loses the lightsaber through the vents, so she has to go chase it. Barun is like, well, I guess I gotta... Well, Barun is being carried by her for a bit, because Barun is unconscious for a second. But then when he wakes up, he's like, where are we going? She's like, we're getting my lightsaber back.
Alright, cool. He does hit, like, a really weird shot with his gun, where he isn't looking behind him, but manages to get one of the droids.
But then again, we know he's ex-rebel, because he talks about how he was at the Battle of Endor, and so we know he at least has some military experience, which is why he's very much a daydreamer for the Resistance, similar to Nyoka. Except Nyoka's daydreams is more of like, oh, I'm going to be a hero, I'm going to be a Jedi. Right? Whereas Barun's a little bit more, I just want to relive my glory days, essentially. which is why Keela kind of had to be the grounding force behind them.
She does. Before they leave, Nyoko does see how Master Itai's like chain sickle works, and she's like, "Oh, maybe I can figure out how to."
Yeah, once again using our bucket method
because the premise isn't that different.
Mm-hmm. And so they eventually get to the lightsaber, as well as realize, oh, we're in the hangar. We can steal this ship. That looks really cool. And so they start to take off, and that's when Master Itai and RR-20 are like, hey, so the information we wanted off of this ship about, because they wanted the information about that, I just forgot the event, but anyways, the scary thing.
The Abyss.
The Abyss. They wanted information about the Abyss, because they're like, oh, that could be a weapon for the First Order.
Mm-hmm.
And that will, make Kylo Ren make me a fool Ren.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they need a key to unlock that information, and because of how ships back in the High Republic era worked, is you needed if you were using a Jedi's ship,
you need the
lightsaber. Guess what? What none of them have.
Right. Nyoka has the lightsaber.
Yeah, Nyoka's got the lightsaber. So they have to go chase him, So at this time, Nyoka and Barun don't yet know that Keela and N8 are dead, but they do realize, hey, something weird's going on because they're not answering the radios. They realize they're dead now. Because, Master Itai blows up the ship and then is like, alright, now we basically just need to turn off the ship's power. Don't blow them up because I need the lightsaber.
Yep.
And just as they're about to make a shot at them, they manage to go into hyperspace and get away. And that's the first part of that book.
Yep.
Because they kind of chapter it. Actually, no, the first chapter is when Master Itai shows up, actually, to face Nyoka. Actually, is when the first chapter ends. That's when the second chapter ends, actually, is when they escape. And so then they are currently hiding out for a bit, getting some fuel and all that, based from an old partner, basically, that Keela often goes to.
Put it on Keela's tab.
Right, yeah. Keela's tab. Because she's going to pay that.
Definitely.
Because she's still around.
Let's go.
And so, Nyoka is also feeling a little bit guilty for the deaths of Keela and N8, as she thinks that if she had understood how to use her lightsaber, she would have been able to save them. Yeah. Not yet knowing they were already dead.
Yeah.
Because that's the bigger, that's the unfortunate case of dramatic irony, is what this would be.
Yeah. Because
we know that no matter what you did, unfortunately, they were already dead. And honestly, you
would probably be dead too.
If you and Barun were up there when that happened, yeah. Because it seems that Ty wanted no witnesses.
You would have died too.
It's a case of y'all knew too much, y'all had to go. Barun plays a little bit of a father figure here, though, and kind of cheers her up and is like, hey, look, you don't know for sure that you could have saved them. There's no guarantee. All you can do is do your best, and that's what you did. But now, we got to find you a master. So, they go on a planet-hopping expedition using the galaxy map on the ship to go to old Jedi outposts and see if they can find a Jedi.
It is met with a wide variety of...
Yeah, we'll get to it, because in the meantime, Itai is meeting with Kylo Ren, who is honestly looking his most terrifying, and I love the art for Kylo in this. It's giving very much Palpatine, Snoke vibes, and I like it. Bro uses the Force to take out the hologram call on Itai's end.
Just to prove a point.
Just to prove that, Itai, you're nothing compared to me.
Look, Itai, I've been there, man. It's not It's a little bit of a fun place to be, but you have to be careful.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we get a little bit of new information. We learn that because when Atai and Nyoka fought, Atai managed to take Nyoka's like dog tags off of her, and apparently she has some sort of, I would say, force, but they don't say. They just say that she can like touch things and track them like past, present, and future, and kind of just know where things are going.
Like an oracle.
Yeah.
In a jail cell.
Named D&D.
Who, like, hey.
Who clearly doesn't like him because she talks back to him and then he shocks her whenever.
He's like, I need to know where they will be. You want to get electrocuted or you want to do it the easy way?
So yeah, sorry, data cards, but they were basically dog tags the way that
Nyoka had them.
Nyoka had them. She was wearing them like dog tags. I think those are supposed to be data cards of her siblings, if I... that would be my guess. We don't know the importance of them. We just know that it's Nyoka's. I would argue that Yindi is using a form of psychometry. Would be my best guess. But so it like doesn't break any establishing like force thing, and even if it's a new force ability, cool. You know, that's where we're at. But yeah, back to the planet hopping. They go to different places. They see like a lot. They see places that the
some are burnt down,
some are completely in control of the First Order with like even a blockade all over the planet, so they're just like nope. Some are planets that have been blown up already. Some are on fire. The last one they come to is kind of this one that's kind of in a almost a swamp, I would argue, or like near a river. Kind of gives swamp vibes though, because you got some of the foliage is very swampy. Of course, that's the thing with manga is you don't get the colors; it's just black and white, so you kind of have to guess. But it's been turned into a Imperial Royal Guard base. As when they get to the front of it, they see a statue of Darth Vader, and Nyoka, not knowing who the fuck Vader is like, oh, is that a Jedi? Because I see a lightsaber.
And Barun is like, no.
That is Vader the Jedi Killer.
I mean, if there was anyone to teach you, I guess.
But at that point, you might as well join the Rens, because it's the same, essentially a 2.0 of that. Well, at least under Kylo. When it was under Ren himself, it wasn't, but under Kylo, it kind of is.
Only slightly less good.
Yeah. In terms of effective, you mean?
Yeah. In terms of effectiveness, not
in morality. And then we meet the single guard that's here, who gets into a fight with Nyoka. And this is where I kind of really wish to see the colors, because I would love to see how like the furs with the red Imperial Royal Guard uniform kind of work. Because I like the design. I really like the design. It's another sword woman, by the way. Or no, actually that one's a guy, I think. Hold on. Yeah, because they say son. Yeah, It's a sword guy. But he's got like a big buster sword almost.
What if I hit you with this sharp metal object that vibrates really fast?
Yeah, so we get vibro swords, yeah. And so in this case, it's 2 buckets of water impacting at the same time, essentially, is the lesson. And so you got to come in harder or faster so your bucket of water can outdo the other bucket.
Nyoka almost dies during this again. Because she's basically... It's day one out here for Nyoka.
Yeah, like, I would say, like, what, maybe a week has passed since getting the lights, like, maybe not even that.
She has been practicing, but that's not the same
as actually getting proper training.
Yeah.
Like, you can... Instincts and practice can only take you so far without somebody to teach you. But yeah, then Nyoka does a good job, almost disarms him, but then Then she gets her ass beat again, and then thankfully, just as the final strike's about to come in, Bruin's like, "Hey, you're not actually a royal guard. You're a fake poser."
Pretty much.
And we learned that because one, he's an alien,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other thing that happens is, so the not royal guard, had knocked the lightsaber out of Nyoka's hand, and we see Nyoka extend out, and the lightsaber comes flying towards her hand, and both the guard and Barun are like, "What?" Except Barun's impressed, guard is pissed in their what's. And then Bruin's like, "Oh my god, you have the Force!" Meanwhile, the guard's like, "You really are a Jedi, fuck!" And then Nyoka's like, "Oh no, it's just a cord. I added a cord to it so I can...
So you can just get it back.
That way, I got fiber cord in case, that way I don't lose it again." You get the anime smug grin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both...
One is disgusted, one is confused as fuck. Barun is the disgusted one.
Yeah.
Because Barun's like, "Wait, you modified an ancient Jedi relic? That's... what? What's the matter with you?" Meanwhile, the guard's like, "I have no idea what the fuck is going on."
He's having his I'm fucking confused by this shit moment.
But we learned that they both hate the Knights of Ren.
Mm-hmm.
Both the guard and our friends Barun and Nyoka. Because, they both swear to kill the Knights of Ren in front of each other. And they're like, "Wait, what? Why do you hate the Knights of Ren?"
Well, they killed my dad, so... The reaction of, ouch.
So we learned that the weapon and the armor and everything belonged to his dad, Castor Tyson, one of the last of the Imperial Royal Guard, who came to this planet to basically train and try to get ready for revenge to kill Luke Skywalker. And train their half-breed son,
Mm-hmm.
who they would call a half-breed and berate in front of, straight up to their face, and probably beat them up as well, let's be honest. Not a great dad. Kind of what you expect from an Imperial, honestly. Yeah. I don't feel bad about what happens to him. Do you?
I'm kind of like, I don't know what you thought would happen here, man.
I feel bad for the son, because I think he has now been, what's the word I'm looking for? Not brainwashed, but...
Radicalized?
Yeah, radicalized, groomed into this, hatred of the Jedi unfairly. And now also wants to kill the Knights of Ren, who are the enemies of the Jedi. And you would think, wait, the Knights of Ren have more in common with my dad than...
Yeah, but the Jedi... My dad may have hated the Jedi and been slightly against them to an absurd degree. Specifically this one guy. However, my dad got killed by something completely unrelated to that.
Except it wasn't unrelated. Because they were like, "Hey, you should join us instead, because we have the same enemies."
No.
And they were... Because he was like, "Nah, Snoke's a bitch," essentially.
Yeah.
And then they went, "Okay."
Well, that's how you feel about it.
It's he had his day.
Yep.
I don't feel bad about Dad dying in this case. This is a case of, nah, this guy had it coming, honestly. Am I happy it's the Knights of Ren that did it? No. Am I sad about it? No. And also he was a bad dad. So Nyoka realizes, though, after hearing this, hey, we've got a lot more in common than you think. And also, I need somebody to teach me. And you know how to fight. and your dad was teaching you to fight Jedi, so therefore you know how Jedi operate and how to handle a lightsaber.
Barun is like, this is a questionable decision, Nyoka.
It's like, yeah, but we've looked at every other Jedi temple. We really don't have options.
Yep.
So, but Barun's more of like, hey, if you want to be a Jedi, going down this revenge hate path isn't really the path.
Yeah.
Nyoka's like, yeah, but we're also supposed to fight evil, and Knights of Ren are still an issue. So, this is the alliance we kind of have to make. And this is when we finally get the name after of this guard, Tobu Taizen. And so, basically, Tobu makes Nyoka swear basically an allegiance sort of deal.
Yeah.
And that's when our little tracker figures out where our heroes are going next.
Our seer is having a very bad day.
And so she writes in her language, like, the exact coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Atai's weapon room.
Atai's over here. Look at all the people I've killed and the weapons I've taken.
Also, Atai is fucked from the very little we see of him.
Yeah.
Outside of his mask. He's looking like Crispy Vader, almost. Except he's not in a... He must not be as bad, because he's not in a back-to-tank. And he doesn't need a rebreather. But yeah, that's the end of Volume 1, though. I really, really like this. But also, so far, the original, like, because we have manga that adapt stuff, but in terms of the original manga stories we've gotten for Star Wars, I think we have not gotten anything under a 9 in quality. All of the Edge of Balance has been really good. And then we've got this. I'd give this like a 9.
Okay.
Or an 8, if I'm being mean. Like, that's my meanest score I'll give it.
I think I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna have to give it an 8.
But, like, even that's really good.
Yeah.
And it's just like, because this is a really good setup to an ongoing story. It kind of gives...
I think that's my, like... I want to see more.
Yeah, before you really give it a higher score, you want to see where this goes. I already want Star Wars to do another show off of this. Give me Star Wars anime Beyond Visions. Give me canon Star Wars anime. Give me Edge of Balance the anime. Give me Path of the Lightsaber the anime. I will watch those. I will tell my friends to watch them. I'll tell them to get the manga. And I'm not a big anime manga guy, but I will tell people to get the manga for those. If that means I get an anime.
That's the trade deal?
Yeah, that's my trade deal. I trade telling people to read manga, you give me anime. Fair deal. That's my civilization deal, you know. No, so yeah, I really like it. I like our characters so far. Nyoka is this kind of... It's kind of what you want for a Star Wars protag. This hopeful idealist with dreams and, you know... She doesn't have the Force as far as we know. And honestly, I'm convinced that they'll reveal she does have the Force at some point. But...
Double down.
Oh, you want to double down?
I want them to double down as hard as they can.
I'm good either way, but I'm enjoying it. Trying to think if there's any other crazy things regarding this. I like Atai as a villain. Like, he's just ruthless. He does not... I want to figure out what this...
Abyss is.
Yeah, what this Abyss is, what this super weapon that they're trying to get is. I like that it ties into the High Republic. It's a good way of tying these two eras that Disney created together, and while they can't obviously do direct crossover in any way, it does pay off if you're a fan of both of these, and you're like, oh, I get those references, because they even showed Avar. They showed, like, they're in the art, and you're like, oh, that's Avar. Oh, that's like you see Burry for a second. That you're like, oh.
Fortunately, we solidly know that the Abyss is not the box.
Yes. It's a different thing because they basically say that it's something that this Pathfinder team found while going off, and we are getting a Pathfinder's comic.
We'll find out.
Do you think that ties in, or
probably not?
You think they'll try to keep this on its own?
I feel like this one's going to be more self-contained,
and they'll just answer the questions as okay. I wouldn't be surprised though if a High Republic project decided to just tie into something else coming out. Let me see if we know when Volume 2 is planned for at the moment. I don't think we do yet. Oh, I typed 1 again, even though I meant to type 2. I also don't know much about the author for this, but about Kenny Ruiz, or the artist Kenny Ruiz. I don't really trust that. All I got was a Google AI overview, which doesn't. I'm not using that as a source.
Yeah, no.
So it seems so far we don't know. But yeah, I don't know much about Kenny Ruiz. What else have they done? This is their first Star Wars thing. As far as the writing and art goes, I'm enjoying it. So I think there was also another person involved at some point, but I can't. Oh well. I like this. I'm excited. Like you, I want to see more. I think that's why I'm so excited. Because it's also, while it's not going forward, it's in the sequel trilogy era. So it's something, it's unexplored ground, and as far as I'm concerned. Give me stuff in this kind of more, less explored area of Star Wars. Even if we're not going past 9 yet, I'm fine with that as long as we're not stuck in the original 6 in some way. Right? I would rather go more High Republic or even further back, or 6 and forward when it comes to my content at this point, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Pre-episode 1 or post-episode 6. That's what I want to see more of. Because I think 1 through 6 basically are fairly covered areas of Star Wars at this point. Even in canon. With maybe a little more room for the original trilogy era, if it's not focused on our main 3. When it comes to our main 3, I think we have seen everything we can during that era, but outside of the main 3, I could see more stories in the original trilogy era.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode of Escape Reality Star Wars Talk. If you really like our content, you can check out our Patreon, which is at Escape Reality Films. Shout out to Jennifer Brantley.
Yo.
You can also support us by becoming a member of our YouTube channel. Shout out to Pixie Nixie and her shared channel with Zach, Goof Goblins, on YouTube.
Yep.
Both the Patreon and YouTube memberships give you access to our content before they're released publicly on YouTube, as well as other extra goodies. If you'd like to be part of our community, you can also check out our Discord, which is linked wherever you're watching. I want to give a shout out to Digital Quill, actually, for becoming our newest follower in between live streams, and also she's one of our newest members to the community, so shout out there.
Hello. Welcome.
Seth, any cool plugs we got?
Yes, every other Sunday from 5 to 7 Central Standard Time over at the Steam Dungeon on YouTube. You can catch some friends of ours playing Trials of Naboo. Oh man, these lizardmen in a time capsule.
So are they like frozen? Or
No. Like the whole thing is kind of like a time capsule.
Oh, it's kind of like a Dragon Ball time cap. Explain what you mean. Because there's a few different. Oh,
in the time capsule, it's a bubble.
Oh, okay. So they're just.
Now that the dungeon has been opened, people from the outside world can go.
Got it. Sorry, there's like multiple definitions to time capsule in fiction at this point, so I need to like.
Yeah, I don't do that fancy shit. I'm pretty direct with it.
Okay, cool. Lizardman in a time capsule.
We got to hear Keontae, because he runs the game, we got to hear like Valley Girl and Surfer having a conversation.
I can imagine that was a fun.
Oh, it was fun in the sense of, man, God, we hate these characters.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, remind them once more where they can find that.
Every other Sunday, 5 to 7 Central Standard Time, Steam Dungeon, on YouTube, Trials of Nebu.
Once again, thank you all for watching. Join us next time for a pre-recorded episode where Seth and I will discuss Galactic Tales: A Loose Connection, Han Solo: Hunt for the Falcon, and Legacy of Vader Volume 2. I've spoken.
Y'all be safe out there.
Bye.
Bye-bye.